Okay, what have we got? Recruit Mother. So many Realm Cloak Giants in my starting hands for some reason, but we won't question. Must not question. Okay, he's dropped blue, he's going for the opt, he's looking very blue. And we are much greener than we would normally be in our mana base. Got one white source. We pray for more. Pray unto the deck and to the cards for the lands we need. Apart from the mana, not a terrible opening hand at all. Become a big fan of a Rasta, of the Endless Web, who are just dealing with problematic decks that do clever combinations of things. A lot of those combinations involve a lot of instants and sorceries. Oh, hello. Milling agenda. Looks like I got me a mill deck. Well, I've got the Adventures of Power here. I haven't tried it on a mill deck before, but okay, yes, bounce things back into my hand. Fortunately, some of the things he can do bouncy with will be adventure creatures, and by bouncing them back into my hand, he's giving me the adventure back again. I can recast the adventure thanks to his helpful spell. Is this more bouncing? Is he done? Why is he picking on my spider? Yes? No? Yeah, he was eyeing off my spider, he doesn't like it. But that's why I like my spider, she left a little egg behind. All this sorcery shenanigans he's throwing around hatched me a little spider. Decisions. You like to play the adventure on this. I'd like a flyer over his head. Innkeeper Wondermare. Wondermare gets powered up as other adventures come down, so Wondermare early is nice. But overall, I think my spider is going to wind him up. He's got a deck with a lot of fancy sorcery shenanigans, and if I keep playing my spider, it should keep multiplying, and it should be a giant pain in the bum. He's probably expecting to sort of bounce all of my stuff. If I can get too much stuff. Whoa! Anyone for some card milling? My deck. My poor precious deck, what are you doing to it? Okay, well, I'm thinking by now that he's mono blue. I don't see any other colours popping out. He's very devoted to his blue mill deck. Keep me occupied by bouncing things around while he mills me to death, sort of a shenanigan. I'm not super resistant to mill. I do have a lot of adventure cards which I sort of get to use twice, so I get value for what I've got in my hand, but got a reasonable amount of card draw and ramp, which sort of helps him mill me in many ways. Huh, there goes my lucky clover. Dear me. Another horsey. There were 3 of these horsies in the original 2 adventure deck, and I've whittled them down to just the 2. They're not bad. These guys I like to whittle down, and are my favourite, Shepherd of the Flock. Do decent damage. Okay, fix mana base. I mean, I like to think of myself as green, but I just wanted some more of that white good mana for the greater good. Swarm in with many a spider. It's nothing more fun than scuttling in with a spidery army of spidery things. So, does he keep his pet and just take a face full of damage? Because his Archmage is... Haha, yes, sure. Get a cheap block there. And of course mill me some cards, because when isn't that a good idea? Fortunately I've got a spare innkeeper. A whale! Birth of Miletus. Great card. Nice and cheap nowadays. Want a copy? A bit of an addition of my own to this deck. Oh, what am I thinking? It's telling me that I can cast the board wiping side of that, which isn't what I want to cast. I do like the tap 2 creatures idea, since I've got a decent amount of attacks lined up. Yes, seems to be the go. Takes care of business. I'm a bit of a fan of the adventure on Ardenvale. 1 victory down. Mauricio. Okay, what horrible hand have you got for me? I guess I'd ditch a Pathlighter, Guildmaster, Pathlighter, then some sort of Beanstalk ramp maybe. Okay, kick off with the Plains. With a little flying mute Fey feathery thing. Flyer on round 1 is good. Death touchy, life linky. Purest of evil. Bound to attack. Think I'm gonna save up a suicide block. Normally I'd just swing in for the aerial attack ASAP, but this is all very, death touchy, life linky. Don't mind losing a low level creature to death touch, because it's just as easy to lose a high level creature to death touch. Time for some of that sweet mana fixing ramp. That's what this deck's all about. Bit of that adventures card draw with a little bit of ramp shoehorned in. Speed things up. Vampire Opportunist is a expensive special ability to hurt me. Vampire of the Dire Moon is a bigger worry. Death Touch is an excellent feature. Death touch is almost control for the battlefield. You don't want to attack him because you don't want to be death touched. You don't want to block him because you don't want to be death touched. It's very controlling. Hopefully my cheesy human tokens can do the business here. Yes, decisions, decisions. Do you want to lose your Death Toucher and your Opportunist? Probably not. And that stalls your offensive, doesn't it? So... Pathfinder, Clover, have I got mana for both? I would seem to. One mare. If you get this down early, then all your other adventure creatures that come after get a bit of a bonus. And the same with the Lucky Clover for the adventure spells, so it just sort of sets me up for better adventures in the future. Oh, I liked her. Damn you. Walking Corpse comes shambling in and hits me in the face. He needs to give me a haircut. Look at my hair in this icon. It's desperately in need of a cut to match my goatee. The only reason I use this little icon is because that flamey dragon spell really brings out the red in my eyes. Take that. Now that I've got a Clover out, all my little adventure spells are multiplied, which means I just swarmed out a bunch of 1/1 tokens, which creates a nice buffer for all these little piss weak but deadly death touches and such. He's only got the one death toucher really. No face damage this time. Go for blocking shenanigans. He's got a pump spell. Wasn't sure if he was harbouring pump spells or removal. Either way, he's getting low on cards, and I'm dragging him into the depths of a long game that he's possibly ill-suited for if he has no card draw. Whereas I have various variations on card draw tricks. I haven't got an Edgewall Innkeeper at the moment, but I do have 3 creatures I can drop. That were all cards I previously played, thanks to the wonders of adventures. Speaking of Edgewall Innkeepers, this chappie will give me some card draw. This is the part of the game where I need some cards. So I drop his ass, then slap down an adventure creature. And he got a land. See, this is a tricky part of the game where you're getting fed one card at a time. See, I just got fed land, but I'm an adventures deck, so I've still got choices. Tap 2 creatures and I've got 2 Lucky Clovers out. Might want to save that up. I can tap 4 creatures with that. I can get some more card draw on another plane. If I get my Beanstalk Giant down, I can set it up so that I can tap 4 creatures and then just swing on in. Should I whittle away at some here? Bide time. He's getting 1 card at a time. I'm ahead on cards. He's actually a tiny bit ahead on lands. But he's just top decking away there, playing what he's given. So So on my turn I get my favourite spider in the whole world, but I also get to slap down my giant or a spider or a giant. There's not that many instant and sorceries left to be played by him probably, so it's not really a prime spider candidate kind of deck. More time bitings, it's all good. He's got 3 guys and it becomes 4 guys. His guys are quite sort of low and aggro-y. Was he expecting to just be attacking and lifelinking constantly? Anyway, I've now got the beef in the battlefield such that I can do trickiness. She goes in, but that's not particularly important. We power everyone up, and then we tap everything he's got and swing for the fences. Oops, I didn't submit that first one. I think it'll re-ask me. Yeah, it gets confusing when you're multi-clovering all over the place. There we go. Lots of copies to use. Very, very thoroughly tapped bunch of creatures. Swing on in there. Boom, down to 11. Ah, poor bugger, he got land again. I got land again, but not quite so crippling for yours truly. Do I get 2 cards? I've got 2 Edgewall Innkeepers. Yep. Assumed so. So I can... nope. Don't need it. I think I'm fairly lethal. If I use my little foxy, stoaty creature here to power everyone up, I think I can just swing for them fences. Oh, yeah. Or I can just be all cheeky and annoying. Yeah, cheeky and annoying. I've got Innkeeper's Despair. I've now got enough of a wall of people that my little human chickies don't matter too much. If I draw a beast next turn, then maybe I'll regret that, but he can either take a place full of dangerous damage or just soak up some of these precious creatures he's got here. He'll get some lifelink out of some of them, which is fine. That would have happened anyway. So he only takes a little damage, gets a bit of it back. We're even-ish on life, but he's got 1 Death Toucher. Yeah, don't know what you drew there, buddy, but victory for the newbie deck again. Nice. It's not too shabby. It does the job.